Hey, everybody, how's it going? This is Fandom Empire. I'm Sean. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your Friday to sit down and talk about a movie that, for me anyway, has been highly anticipated for a long time. It's Denis Villeneuve's Dune. Canadian, by the way. Like this guy here. First off, take a moment, click the like button, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. Keep up to date on all the content we have here. We're going to be doing a lot more movie reviews going forward. I had an opportunity to go see Dune in IMAX last night with my fiance and my future sister-in-law. And look, my expectations for this movie were super high because I love Blade Runner 2049. I think it's visually the best movie ever made, cinematography anyways, the best cinematography we've ever seen in a movie. Now, did the box office translate for Blade Runner 2049? Absolutely not. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case with Dune. But I have to say, going into Dune, my expectations were just soaring high, which is, it's dangerous. If you go into any movie with expectations that are unrealistic or too high, you better be ready for disappointment, because that often is what happens. So let's start off with the good. And good is an understatement. The cinematography in Dune is mind-blowingly good. For me, this is the second best visual film ever made, period. Right behind Denis Villeneuve's Blade Runner 2049. It is that good. Blown away. Like, at times it feels kind of National Geographic like, but with like outer space shit. As a Star Wars fan, I can say, especially when it comes to the spaceships and how they handle when you're in space, incredibly jealous, because for me, that is what Star Wars should look like. That is, if I was doing a Star Wars film, which I'm not, that's how I would want my Star Wars. I think they just absolutely knocked it out of the park. I was blown away. Again, I know there's some people ripping on Denis Villeneuve for his, you have to see it in cinemas, but I'll be honest with you. I understand if you don't think it's safe to go see this movie in cinemas. Everybody has a different opinion of what's going on in the world right now. But for me personally, I would not have gotten the amount of enjoyment I got out of this movie if I was just watching it on my 65-inch TV upstairs. This movie is as good as it is because of the big screen experience. And I've seen a few people on my timeline already today be like, okay, well, I got to watch it at home and it was okay. It's like, yeah, you know, the home experience for this movie is not going to be the same as experiencing it at a cinema. So if you have an opportunity to go see this movie in cinemas, please do so. It is absolutely worth it. So visually spectacular, 10 out of 10, amazing. The acting in this movie, Timothy, I'm going to butcher his last name here, Chalamet. I'm sure I killed it. I don't think I've seen him in anything, but him and Oscar Isaac and even Jason Momoa in this. I don't know the actress's name who plays Paul's mom in the movie, but they were all spectacular. Not only is the acting great in this movie, the chemistry between the actors and the actresses in this movie is spot on. It really does help carry the movie, in my opinion. The scale, too, my God. You know when something is shot for IMAX and meant for IMAX, and then you know when something's just been converted over to IMAX. This was shot for IMAX. It's absolutely spectacular. It's just so good. The bad is I don't mind movies that have a slow burn. And make no mistake about it, this movie is not going to be for everybody. This is an extremely slow burn. And well, you might get a little bit of a payoff. You don't get the ultimate payoff in this movie. It absolutely sets up further sequels. So for a lot of people, they're going to be like, okay, well, where's my big massive Death Star space station battle or, 3-person lightsaber battle that steals the show. There's not really that in this movie. It's not designed to be that way. The problem is the sequel is no guarantee. It's going to depend how this movie does at the box office, and it's I don't have high hopes, sadly, and I do think going into this movie knowing that a sequel at best was a 50-50 chance definitely kind of ruined my experience a little bit. But if you're going into this not knowing there's a sequel, you're probably going to walk out going, okay, yeah, give me the next one now. I'm fucking ready. This movie at times feels like a combination of Star Wars meets Mad Max meets Game of Thrones. The houses are at play. You have the Empire. You have the Imperium. Um, it really is adult, more dramatic adult type Star Wars, with a touch of Game of Thrones and Mad Max. Again, the fact that there's no sequel for this movie though presents a bit of an issue. Timothy, the guy who's playing Paul, was brilliant in this movie. Again, I've never seen him in anything else, not to my knowledge anyway. And he really carries this movie. He is so good in it. Oscar Isaac is fantastic in this movie. Um, and Jason Momoa, I like what he did with Game of Thrones, and he's been in a bunch of stuff since then. But I don't know if I've seen Jason Momoa as good in a movie as he is in this movie, which is great. And the combat that we do get in this movie is badass. Look, if you're not a fan of sci-fi, you're probably gonna walk out of this movie not feeling the greatest about it. But if you're okay with a lot of those sci-fi type elements, you're gonna enjoy this movie. Again, if you're debating about watching Dune and you feel safe enough to go to a movie theater, go see it on the big screen, ideally IMAX or Dolby or something like that. So when it comes down to it, it's time for the score. I'm going to give Dune an 8 out of 10. I probably spoke about it as if it was more than an 8 out of 10, but I do believe the fact that a sequel is no guarantee kind of hurt my experience with the movie a little bit. But all in all, this is a stunning masterpiece. Um, and they do a fairly good job of introducing you to the worlds and the mythology in the movie. I have never seen either of the other renditions of Dune, but this was an enjoyable experience. Loved the visuals. It's a long movie, and I believe they cut quite a bit out of it. And I know there's rumors about an extended cut coming. Um, so yeah, Dune, loved it. 8 out of 10. Wish I could have gave it more. Again, it's not going to be for everybody. You're not getting a Death Star like payoff at the end of the movie. It's not how this works. This is more of a kind of in the Game of Thrones sense, more of a long-term storytelling thing, but done on the big screen. And obviously that comes with its complications. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed or didn't like Dune, either or, feel free to comment down in the comment section below. We want to know what you think. I gave it an 8 out of 10. What do you give it? Comment down below. We want to hear from you. Big thanks to our Patreons. Without you guys, or patrons, pardon me, over on Patreon. Without you guys, we're not here. You can check us out, patreon.com/fandom empire. Dune, it's here. What do you think? I quite liked it. One hell of an experience. See it on the big screen. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.